name is James Mast. I'm with Chargeway. I'm the Director of Business Development. And with Chargeway, what we're doing is trying to help explain electric fuel. As people are making transition to electric vehicles, they need to understand how their fuel works. Everybody's very familiar how gas works for their car. They drive up to a gas station, they ask for premium or regular, and they fill up, and they know they're in and out pretty quickly. Electric cars are a little bit different. The fuel source changes, and there's a lot of variables around it, which creates some confusion for new customers. So what Chargeway has done is we've come up with a solution to help explain the fuel better. So we work with electric utilities because they are the fuel providers. And the electric utilities need a better way to explain their product to consumers and to customers. So what we've developed is the Chargeway app. And what you're seeing here is the Chargeway beacon, which has a larger format version of our mobile app. And the Chargeway beacon basically custom tailors everything in the experience to your specific vehicle. So in this case, we're looking at the BMW i3, which is this car over here. And this is showing just the charging stations that will work for that car. Everything is customized to that car so that you know with confidence that that car will be able to work at these charging stations. And the way our system works is that we're organized in a matter of colors and numbers. So the higher the number, the faster the car charges. So you'll see a lot of numbered green 2s here. Those are the most common type of charging station. That's often what someone would have in their home. But then you'll see some green 4s here, which those are fast chargers. And the higher the number, the faster the charge. So what you'll see is as you get to a particular, let's click on this particular one here. So here there's a green 4, and we can go to our timer feature, which gives you a sense of how long charging will take. So if you are completely empty and plugged in, say at home, that would be a normal home charger. That's 6 hours. That's overnight. It's a long time. But if you're on the road and you don't have a lot of time, you're going to want to plug in to a fast charger. So it drops your time down substantially. So basically that's determined by the type of plug you're charging into. And each car has a maximum, and every car is a little bit different. So we've tailored everything to the specific cars. And when you're on the road, you want to be able to identify what's out there, what works for you. So that's what we've created, is that map, and we've created everything so that it is this color number that works for you. And most of the time, most people will probably charge at home overnight. But if they're going on a road trip, they need to know with confidence that there are charging stations out there. So we have a trip planner tool. So the trip planner tool, basically, you plot out, let's say we want to go to Las Vegas. I went back to Pismo Beach. Let's go to Las Vegas. And we're going to set that as our route. Start that. It's calculating the route. It gives you multiple options. And the nice thing here is it is going to tell you, well, can you make it without charging? Or if you need to charge, where do you need to stop? And also, can you make this trip in this car? So we're going to take the shortest route, and we'll see what that tells us. So it's calculating that route, and it says, okay, in this car, I'm going to need to stop twice. I'm going to charge here at this green 4 and here at this green 7. So let's pick this one here. So it'll tell you how long you need to stop for. So I'll go back here actually. This tells you not only how long the drive time is, but the drive and charge time for that trip in that particular car. So as you click on the particular stations where you need to stop, you say, oh, I have to stop here for about half an hour. And well, you don't want to sit in your car for half an hour probably. So you go, okay, what are my options while I'm sitting there? It gives you an image of what that stop looks like, and what can I do here? I can go do some shopping, I can eat at Del Taco. So in the mobile version of this app, you can actually click on those, and you can even call to find out, are you open? So this really is a great tool to help you recognize, what can I do while I'm waiting? So it eases that experience for the consumer. So going back to stations, so you saw me demonstrating that on the BMW i3. So we have the ability to demonstrate different brands, and you actually can see the different functionality of the different vehicles. For example, let's pick an an Audi e-tron, right? So if we're going on a trip, actually I'm going to go back here. So here's the Audi e-tron, and actually I'll walk you through this too. So what we have in the beacon specifically beyond what's in our mobile app is we have tools that help at the dealership. If you're a consumer coming in asking about the car, well, we can answer those basic questions of where can I go, where can I charge, but we'll also be able to answer questions of how much money can I get back, right? So you get we do everything specific to the utility that you're located in. So SCE has $1,000, right? There's the California Clean Vehicle Rebate and the federal tax credit. So you're eligible for up to $11,000 in savings. So that helps the consumer understand, oh, I can actually save some money here. Then there's the fuel cost comparison. And this looks at the rates in that utility to charge at home versus the average cost of gasoline. And this is all tied to the averages in your geographic area. So if you're driving about 300 miles a week, say, you're going to be paying a lot less. Now, that doesn't even account for additional incentives that they might have for time of use programs that utilities run for if you charge at night, it might be a lower rate. This is just your standard residential rate. So this gives you some idea of the tools we have that help with the dealer. Furthermore, we have a catalog of home charging options because electric cars come with a plug in their trunk, which is what we call a green one. But most people want to have a green 2 to charge at home. So we give you a catalog of those options. So what you'll see actually is that you can really get a sense for, as we were going through the timer, so there's a green 2, and I think we were talking, if you were completely empty, it's going to take you, that's a good charge, right? But if you are plugging into a wall outlet, that's a long time, right? Most people are not going to want to do that. So if they have a garage and they have the power capacity, they're going to want to have a green 2. But then as you're traveling, you definitely want to fast charge because those numbers start to make a big difference as you turn up the speed. And then this car, it will show your maximum. This car has a maximum of green 6, which an almost full charge is only about 45 minutes. So that's pretty fast. So now here's where that comes into play, is on your road trip. If we're going to Las Vegas, remember we had 2 stops with the other car? So same trip that we took with that car. Now we're calculating that route, and I believe it's going to have, 1 stop, right? And you're going to stop actually at that same spot I showed you before, but you're stopping once for 23 minutes. So it's a lot faster. So you better eat quickly a Del Taco this time, right? So so that gives you a sense of what we're working on. So that this is available in Android and iOS. You can add in any car you want, any electric car, any car with a plug, and compare and contrast different cars and get a sense. And if you have an EV, you can put your car in and see what your capabilities are. So we're just showing all the networks that are there, and each one, and I will show you. So this is, for example, this is a charge point station, and basically will indicate whether there's an account required for that station. And if you scroll down, we talk about what kind of payment methods you use. Now, each network is different, so we don't. Some of them provide us with the costs, some of us don't, and some networks are different for each location. So it gets to be a little. What we can show predictability on is the home charging, because we know what the utilities rates are, so that's reliable. And home charging inevitably will always be less expensive than public charging. So because it's generally a lower rate. And I'll show you another car, because this is where you'll understand the.
Do you have any Korean maker cars?
Yes, we have Kia.
Yeah.
Kia has a car with 2 different types of plugs. So there's
That's Hyundai.
And there's the new
Kona. Yeah, Kona will be fine. Yes.
Okay, well, what I wanted to show you was the Kia Soul, and the reason was, you see how it has 2 different colors? Because this is a car I own.
Oh, really?
So it has 2 different plugs, and that's where our color and number system, because there's different types of fast chargers. So when this is fast charging, it's a blue plug, as opposed to a green plug. For example, The Kona is a green plug, but you see it's a 5, so it's a faster plug. So each car has the specific plug specific to it. Now we have the Kona, and it's going to show the stations that work for it. And as an example, let's see how this car does on that road trip, right? So we're going to go back to Las Vegas again, and I think this car will do go a little faster. So let's see how long we have to stop. And we have to stop for 11 minutes because the range is longer on that car, and it charges very quickly. So yeah, so we have all the manufacturer vehicles that have a plug. So we, as you saw, so we have the Kona full EV, we have the plug-in hybrid Sonata, we have the Iconic, the full electric Iconic, the Soul, and then the Nero. Actually, there's 2 Neros.
Yeah,
sorry, there's the Optima, and then here's the new Nero EV, which, there we go. So that's the new Nero. So that and the Kona are fairly similar.
Could you show the driving to Las Vegas with this vehicle?
With the Kia, absolutely, yes. So this one, let's go to Trip Planner. Same trip. See, it's a little shorter range, so we'll probably be there. I'm going to guess 13 minutes. We'll see. Same trip with the Nero, and probably the same stop. There it is. Okay, and
Yeah, same.
I got my math right. Okay, so 13 minutes at that stop. So it's a little bit longer, so 2 more minutes, but honestly, so it gives you a little more time to eat. That's a very quick food stop, though.
Yeah, very impressive. Your program is.
Thank you. No, it's a great program, and we're really finding that it's helping with people that don't understand a lot of the terminology around electric vehicles.
Yeah, it looks like encyclopedia.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really meant to be an encyclopedia in your pocket.
Right.
So you have a constant resource to make sure that you're confident using your car, because it's new to a lot of people, and having that resource in their pocket makes a lot of sense. And having a resource in a dealership, as the dealer representatives are trying to help sell the car, it helps speed the process and the understanding of the consumer.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
It's
you.
a pleasure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, enjoy the show.
Okay, thank you.